this episode of Finding Bigfoot.
We're here in St. Anne's Park. We're squatching, we're looking for Bigfoot. Look around, try to find evidence of a squatch being in these woods. We've got one major bit of evidence right here that was a squatch. We're here in St. Anne's Park, and right behind me, there's a squatch trail. How do I know this? Because if I was a squatch, I definitely want to walk in there. You know, there's cover, there's not a lot of people about. Okay, we're next to a main road, but squatches have been known to be out in main roads. A lot of the sightings have been of dark figures standing right about where I'm standing here, right next to this entrance, and looking out onto these apartment blocks, onto this road. Right up here, there's a beach. Squatches have been known to like beaches. They go sunbathing like any other human. They like to get a tan. It's been well documented.
Any other human? Are squatches a form of human?
They're humanoid. They're like apes, like gorillas, big gorillas. You know, the way gorillas sometimes do as well. You see them in the zoo, they'll be lying on the ground, you know, getting a tan. Squatches like that. They have hair in their bodies, but that's to protect them as well from the cold. We're gonna go in here. Wow, yeah, you know, this is very squatchy. Yeah, it smells squatchy. I'm gonna look, oh, I thought that might have been a footprint there. It's not, okay, let's go. Yeah.
So can you tell us what kind of place what this place is like for squatch hunting?
Well, it's very good. I was in, I got a few sightings. One of my sightings was in this area. I was walking around, up around this here. You get a nice view of the beach as well. Squatches like to go and look at the beach. So we're up around here. The only problem is a lot of cyclists. But squatches like cyclists, you know. They're very curious. If a squatch could found a bike, I'm pretty positive it would try to cycle it, because, you know, I said they're curious. They want to learn how to do things. They probably would want to learn how to cycle.
So you're saying there's a lot of cyclists around here?
There does be, but that doesn't scare them off. I said they're curious creatures. They'd want to come and see what they're doing. They'd probably, like, you know, be hiding behind, like, look at this. That could be, come here, look at this, right here. That could be like a squatch could have been hiding here with its arms, looking at the cyclists.
And he's not scared off by the people around here?
They are curious, okay? They don't like to be seen, but they will look around, see what's happening. You know, they'll try to keep as hidden as possible, but these guys are big. You know, you can't help but see them. So, said here we are in St. Anne's Park. It's a very secluded area. You know, not a lot of people come here, so that's one reason why the squatches like to be here as well. So you'll see where we were and the forest we're going to over now. You know, this is the exact area where a squatch would have to walk across to get over to this forest. So there'd be big steps.
I noticed we're actually in a football field with goalposts.
No, that's a. Oh my God! Look at this! Look at this! Look at that! You see that? That's a squatch print. That could definitely be a squatch. It's still warm, meaning there's a squatch around in these woods. We might get lucky today, because about squatching, it's all about luck.
So can you tell us, like, more, what's your average day when you come out squatch hunting?
My average day, I'd come through the area which I showed you first, and then we'd walk across this. I like to call it as a valley.
It's a football field.
Shut up! It's a valley. You know, I don't know what, they put them here, you know, to probably deter the squatch. That's what I think. I have experience of squatching, and this is definitely a valley. You know, even though they're curious, they don't like to come out and see things. They are curious creatures. They will come out and see things, but they don't like it. This area is very, very squatchy. Like, look at this. We'll come over and we'll look at this tree. This tree has been knocked down. Squatches have been known in fits of anger, or if you want to scare off people, to rip off trees out of the ground. Now look at this tree. That has been ripped out of the ground. No doubt about it. Squatches have been known to do this. They have super strength. Do you smell that? Just give it a big whiff. That's a squatch.
Coming up.
We've got one major bit of evidence right here. That was a squatch. We've got one major bit of evidence right here, right in front of me. This tree. It looks like it's been ripped out of the ground. Squatches have been known to rip trees out of the ground, maybe when they feel angry, or maybe like to scare away other people. So if they say heard someone walking over in the valley we were in, they would have ripped this tree out, maybe let out a roar to scare them off. So there could be, did you hear that?
I stepped on it.
No, you didn't. That could have been a squatch. I think that this may be a good area to do a squatch call. This is how you do a squatch call. Woo!
I didn't hear anything.
I didn't hear anything either.
Did they use?
That was a squatch! Did you hear that?
I'm not sure. It could have been a train or.
That was a squatch. That's a. Remember I was saying to imitate dogs? They're imitating a dog right now. That could be a squatch. Let's go.
Have there been many stories of squatch sightings around here from other people?
I have one story of someone who was hiking through these woods on a walk, kind of like we are now, walking not exactly here, on the other side of the park, and they seen this long-haired, bearded creature, black, and it looked like it was jogging like this. They like to jog like that. Yeah, so that could have been a squatch. It could have been a jogger, but I'm convinced that was a squatch.
Have you got much in terms of hard evidence?
We've taken some hair samples. Like, look right here. Look at that. That could be a squatch hair.
It looks like twigs.
That's a squatch hair.
How can you tell the difference?
Because smell it. Okay, it smells twiggy, but squatches have been known to smell like twigs and trees because that's where they live. They live amongst the trees. They could be. We're going to keep this as evidence. Like, here's dogs.
I noticed there's a lot of walkers here. Is that the tourist squatches?
No, I said they're curious. Not that they want to be seen, but they'll come. They're curious. They'll maybe talk to a few local, not talk, but make noises towards them. As I said, remember they like to see dogs, so they'll bark at other dogs. So get a bit of oh, I almost fell there. See what they can see. Like, oh my God! Oh my God! Look at that here. That.
The cave?
The cave. That could well be, if I was a squatch and it was raining, they don't like rain, they like dry weather, so, but if I was a squatch, I'd go in there and seek shelter. So I kind of want to go down to that area just to see if a Squatch could be in there.
Have you seen this cave before?
I haven't seen this cave before. This is all new to me. It's so exciting. Oh God, let's go.
Didn't you say you spend a lot of time in
I
there
do,
researching
but
Squatches?
I spent 1 or 2 weeks in around this area. This is the first time I've come to this area. And there's a doggy. Squatches like to play fetch, so we might. God, look at that. That's very squatchy. Go on. See? If that was like, dogs have been known to approach Squatch to play fetch with them. Squatches, they're playful. You know, if there was a dog around playing with a ball and the owners were away, you know, a Squatch would come out of the woods, pick up the ball and throw it. This probably wasn't here the last time I was here, or else I probably would have noticed it. So I'm convinced maybe a Squatch during the winter, it was snowing here not too long ago, maybe built this as a shelter.
Do they construct?
Oh yeah.
Huts? Like,
oh yeah.
they can make structures.
Oh yeah, they're very good at DIY. They do it themselves. That's what they do. That's their motto. Squatch, do it themselves. Oh. Yeah, look at this, you know, just Squatch fingerprint, look. Big prints in there. We're gonna look in here. Wow. This is exactly, okay, look at me. A Squatch will probably have to bend over in here, but, you know, they have a good view here of any people approaching, just like now. Look at them approaching. If I was a Squatch, I'd see them approaching. This could be man-made, it could be Squatch-made. I don't know.
Coming up.
I definitely heard something. Oh my God, that's a Squatch nest. Let's go find the Squatch nest. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there's a Squatch area. There's not a lot of people around. Yeah, very secluded. You know, there's not a lot of people around. In fact, I haven't actually seen any people, bar those 2 people. But, you know, they're probably out here looking for a Squatch, like us. So, they were up in this area. So, we're gonna go there, see if we can see what they may be seeing. They're a bit far away now, so we're not gonna actually ask them what they're seeing, because they might not want to share their Squatch experience, people think they're crazy. So, but I'm a believer. They told me a story, I believe it. So, let's go.
So, are you saying every kind of man, well, I don't want to say man-built, but every kind of built structure in this park was built by a Squatch?
It could have well been. Look at these steps. You know, that's a good footstep, you know? Squatch would have to have built that. Look at this arch. It goes, oh, wow. Look at this arch, you know? Squatches like to build arches. So I would not be surprised if a Squatch built this. We're gonna go down. There's more steps. Look at, oh, God. Look at these areas. Like, if you're a Squatch, you would definitely want to be in here. Like, look at this. That could be the name of a Squatch. A Squatch could have done that.
Do they have literacy skills?
They do. Well, they can draw shapes. You know, they may have seen these shapes somewhere and then drawn them. I'm convinced this could have been made by a Squatch.
So you know, they like to write on walls.
Yeah, they like to write on walls. I said, this could be the name of a Squatch. It sounds like a lanium. That's a very Squatchy name.
Or he could just be imitating letters he's seen.
He could be, but it could be a name of a Squatch.
And what makes you think it's not just regular graffiti from, say, teenagers hanging out here?
Well, we have evidence from the USFA where Squatches have been known and been seen drawing stuff on the side of branches in the wilderness. you know, like ancient drawings from older times. There's been evidence that they drew squatches, and the squatches have been drawing. And this here is a very good evidence of a squatch drawing on a wall.
Well, what makes it evidence of a squatch drawing, not just drawing from a human?
Look at the texture of it. You know, a human couldn't do that texture. Yeah, like look at this. That's pretty straight.
Humans couldn't do a straight line?
Humans have been known not to be able to draw straight lines. They think they're straight lines, but they're not. Like, look at it, that's very symmetrical. That could have been done by a squatch or a very symmetrical human. But I think it was done by a squatch. That is evidence right here of this being a squatch drilling. Yeah, you look at this area. This is the kind of area a squatch would like to come out. Look at the view of the beach over there. Can't really see it because of the trees, but that's good because squatches would like to stay hidden behind trees. Squatch could have done that in 3 steps. It took me at least 4.
You said there's no way a man could have done it.
But it took me how many steps? I said a squatch could do it a lot easier. It took me a lot of effort to get up that area. It's very, very steep, very angular, but a squatch could get up that no bottom. Squatches are scary. They're big, they're friendly though. You know, they will approach you. They won't probably hurt you. There has been, oh my God, that's a squatch nest. Let's go, we found the squatch nest. Yeah, definitely squatchy area. You know, look, there's some cans here. Squatches have been known to collect cans. They use them for breaking open things. You know, look at this one. It's in the shape of like a cutting tool. They do that. I said they're DIY. They like to do it themselves. Even here, look at this. You know, there's evidence of a fire being built. Squatches will make fire. Here, there's an area of a log. It's secluded. It's very secluded. Squatchy. Like a squatch could easily. This could be a squatch hole. Squatches build holes. They do. Even look at this area here. It's very, very squatchy. If I was a squatch, I'd be here. I'm surprised we don't actually see a squatch here, but it could be one. It could be behind any one of these trees looking at us. So I kind of want to do a squatch call, but I'm not going to do an orthodox squatch call. I'm going to try imitate a dog, see if it'll come. Remember I said they're playful, they want to play with dogs. So I'm going to do a dog call, see if it will come and want to see and want to play with us. So here we go. Whoop! 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 Did you hear that? We just got a response. Whoop! No, I thought I heard something. It was probably just an echo, but it could have been a squatch.
Again, if you were to summarise how the days went, would this be a good or a bad day in terms of squatch hunting?
I think it was a good day. Okay, we didn't see anything, but we heard a few things, a few yelps back. We seen the dogs. We played with the dogs.
And
that's exactly what a squatch would do. So we put ourselves in the fight, the foot of a squatch, of a Bigfoot, on foot or more. Yeah, they like here. They could, like, look at these woods over here. It is getting late, so we don't want to stay out too long. But a squatch could be in here. I think I'll do one final call to see if we can get a response. Are you ready? Woo! But that's not evidence that there's not a Squatch. It's evidence that there could be a Squatch and they're hiding. So, I said they don't want to be seen, so, okay. We probably want to get in. It's going to start to rain. Squatches don't like the rain, so we probably want to get out of the rain. Squatches have been known to be seen in the rain, but they like it. That's all I say. We could get more lucky in the rain, but they don't like it. But let's go.